Now that we've taken a quick look at how we can customize our workspace in Photoshop CS5, let's take a look at a couple of quick shortcuts that I like to use whenever I'm working with digital images. You can go to the Edit menu and choose Keyboard Shortcuts. And I've set this up so that it opens to the Photoshop defaults, just so that you can get an idea of what you're first going to see. And I'm going to click the File widget open here, and there's quite a few shortcuts that I like to change, but for this example there are a couple in particular that I think are pretty important. So I'm going to scroll down until I find Save for Web and Devices. Now this has a 4-key shortcut: Option-Shift-Command-S on the Mac or Alt-Shift-Control-S on the PC. Neither of these are particularly intuitive shortcuts. As much as possible, anytime I have a shortcut that I use a lot, I want it to be 2 keys or a max of 3. So I'm going to highlight this, and on the Mac I'm going to hold down Command-Shift-W. And what this is going to do is give me a little warning here and say it's already in use. And the command that uses it is one that's called Close and Go to Bridge. Well, Close and Go to Bridge is not something I frequently use. I would much rather have Shift-Command-W available for Save for Web and Devices, because I'm often crunching files down and outputting them for websites or blogs or whatever I'm doing. So to me, this is a good trade-off. I'm going to click Accept. Another thing is that I often place images inside of an open file. Well, this doesn't currently have a shortcut. I'm going to highlight the empty area here. I'm going to use Command-Shift-D on the Mac or Control-Shift-D on the PC. Again, we have something that's in use. This time it's in the Select menu, and it is the Reselect command. Well, this isn't something I typically use that often either. And compared to how often I use Place, again, this is a good trade-off for me. So I'm going to click Accept. So these are a couple of things that I recommend for my students a lot of times, and it's a good idea, regardless of whether these two in particular are useful to you, to go through this File menu and also the Edit menu and make sure that the keyboard shortcuts for the things you use all the time are easily reached with your fingers. Everybody's got fingers that are a little bit different length and dexterity, so you want to make sure your shortcuts are easy for you to get at and easy for you to recall in terms of muscle memory.